go north of the border. Let's head to one of my favorite Canadians on this planet. Rotowire's Paul Bruno here to talk some sticky puck before we preview tonight's Stanley Cup playoff action here. Paul, your tweet like moments ago. This is ridiculous. The ball too good for its home. You came this close yesterday from within your second hole-in-one. How painful is this?
Well, if I didn't have one in my back pocket already, I'd have been really upset. But you know what? I took it in stride better than I thought. Now that I reflect on it, I thought I should have blown it in or something like that. But
yeah, were you playing by yourself?
no, my wife was there, and we joined with a couple other people that came on too. So I had witnesses.
Okay, you have witnesses that this wasn't just like placed there and you're hoping for this to go
legit.
viral. Okay. Also, save some hole-in-ones for the rest of us, dude. Like, I don't feel nearly as bad for you because you already have one, all right?
Okay.
Show off. So you got done playing golf. You're able to watch all the Stanley Cup action last night. Are the Hurricanes ever going to win a game on the road, for crying out loud? I guess they don't have to in order to get this to the finals, right? The Eastern Conference Finals. But, like, you're going to have to at some point if you want to hoist the cup.
What's the line? You're Clark Kent on the road and Superman at home. I guess that's the way they're operating. But that series has kind of gone the way I expected. It's been a low-scoring affair, and the Rangers bounced back right behind the big boys. The funny narrative about these playoffs is that all the big players on the teams that are winning are performing. They're lights out. Look at the Oilers. They're getting, of course, McDavid is just playing at a possessed level. Mike Smith has raised his game. And the guys that I called yesterday, Hyman and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, chiming in with goal scoring. And then Evander Kane, can you imagine what his next contract's going to look like after this playoff run?
What do you think about the Flames? Are you going to give them any chance here to come back in this series? Plus 450 on the DK Sportsbook to win the thing.
You know what? People are saying, and I agree, this is a 3-1 series that I'm still giving the Flames a chance to come back in this set because on the season they were the better team. They have the better goaltending. Mike Smith playing out of his mind. I don't know how long he can keep that up. And, is McDavid ever going to slow down? I don't know about that, but certainly his supporting cast is playing out of their minds too. So there's a lot going well for Edmonton, and I wonder if it can turn on a dime and we still have a series that can go longer.
Yeah, some people expect this series that we're talking about now to kind of end tonight. We got Game 5 between the Blues and the Avs. Colorado's looking to finish off St. Louis like at home here too. So let's start with the DFS Showdown contest. Paul, who would you make your captain?
I like the Avs in this one to wrap it up, and that means I'm going to go with Darcy Kemper in the Nets to rack up big points with a decisive goalie win. I think the injury to Binnington at the other end of the ice took the wind out of the Blues' sails, and Colorado has proved to have too many weapons, and I think they're going to shine tonight.
Okay. All right. Like it. What about a good value play, though? Or any good, stacking options here?
Well, you got to look at the Colorado offense to put an exclamation point on the series tonight and remind our viewers that much of their attack begins from their defense. And, of course, when we think about their defense, we think about Cale Makar. But I've been touting Devon Taves all season long, just continuing to pile up points, including the regular season, Emerson. He's got 63 points in 74 games. And nobody's talking about this guy in the same breath as some of the other top-scoring defensemen. He's averaged over 11.3 DK points all season long, and he does it in part because he also blocks some shots. So he doesn't get the publicity that Makar does, but is very involved in their attack. And I think he's a guy that shouldn't be overlooked tonight. Would
you bet the Blues plus 210 to get back into this series?
Not a chance. I think they must realize that the jig is up, and Colorado's just got too much going for them right now. On home ice, the Avs are just about unbeatable, and I expect to see the teams lining up to shake hands at the end of tonight's game. It's that simple, really.
How many times will the biscuit be put in the basket tonight? I think we got over/under total here 6.5.
Well, you look at Colorado can almost get there on their own most nights, and I think they're going to try and put that exclamation point on the series with a home ice win, meaning that I see them scoring at least 4 or 5, Emerson, and that leaves the Blues to only get a couple to have us reach that line, and I think that's a reasonable play.
What about the props department? Anything you like for tonight's game? Only game on the slate.
Yeah, I'm looking for the big line to shine. Rantanen and McKinnon to get over 1.5 points for payoffs of 165 and 140 respectively. I'll also take the over for Colorado only to score over 4.5 goals and pay at plus 165. I think that they're gonna sign off in style tonight.